So he bought a uniform, a Denver police uniform, but he bought his own, but his was double-breasted. I mean, we had these dress blouse coats with gold buttons. He had two sets of gold buttons on his. But he sat up there with the rest of the police officers, and like I say, he brought in his group to sing. It was a phenomenal, if you had to go, that was a heck of a way to go.
Elvis felt sorry for him because he didn't have the kind of upbringing Elvis thought you should have. You should have a mother and a dad with you. And he thought that he could do something nice for Jerry.
Certainly the most sensitive time for me with a gift with Elvis was when he bought me a home, and I think Elvis knew my background. I didn't realize he knew as much about me as he really did. He said, do you know why I bought you that house? And I said, I still can't believe you bought me a house. I said, I'm still in shock. I said, no, I don't know anything, man. And he said, well, I knew you never had a home, and I wanted to be the one to give it to you. And that's the kind of guy he was. Nobody in the world knew about that. Guys would know about it, whatever, but it was no publicity, nothing. Never another word said about it. And also, he came to the house and he sat and he talked about the view and said it reminded him of his Hillcrest house. And most things were personal like that, and those were things that really meant something to me. He could have given me 4 cars that day at the ranch, and I would have cared less, actually.
He'd love to see the expression on people's faces when he would surprise them with a house, a car, a ring, a piece of jewelry, a TCB, a TLC. He just, he was like a little angel that dropped down and said, here, I want to do something to bring joy to people's lives and a smile to their faces.
He made mistakes, everyone does, and bless his soul, he lost control of who he was. Yeah, he got heavy, and he sang some bad songs, but he sang some great ones before he passed on. So let's shine a little light on Elvis. Let's shine a little light his way. Why don't we shine a little light on Elvis and appreciate the gifts he gave? And he grew up sheltered, he grew up poor, but he grew up cherished, loved and adored. He dreamed his dreams like you and me, then woke from his parents' poverty. So let's shine a little light on Elvis. Let's shine a little light his way. Why don't we shine a little light on Elvis and appreciate the price he paid? And they carried their burdens square up on his back until he could buy him that very first home and a couple of brand new Cadillacs. Wish I could have done that. Bet you do too. So how about some credit where credit's due? It's time to shine a little light on Elvis. Let's shine a little light his way. 'Cause when you shine on someone else, that light'll shine back on yourself, and that's bound to make a better day. Why don't we shine a little light on Elvis? Let's shine a little light his way. 'Cause when you shine a little light, it's like a beacon in the night that can guide you till the break of day.
He was a giver. He was such a giver. And he enjoyed that look on your face, that moment, that spontaneous moment of where you're just overwhelmed. That made his day. That made the whole thing worthwhile.
But that's Elvis. He was so giving. Every day he gave something to someone over the years.
He would see how happy that would make somebody, and then he wanted to do it again, and then he would really get kind of carried away.
Elvis was a little strange, I guess, but he was beautiful. He was beautiful. And he responded to something very deep within himself that to him was accurate, genuine, and true, and he followed that impulse, that voice.
It's important, I think, to remember that in this life, we receive many things materially, and there are many tangible things, but as the old adage goes, you can't take it with you. And the only thing you do leave behind, and the only thing that you take with you, is the love that you've generated on this earth.
They mean something to me, but there are still things. The most important thing I ever had was his friendship. And that's the best thing he gave me.
He loved his Cadillacs. They were his gift of choice. He bought his mama one, paid for it with his voice. And it was pink, of course, just like him, baby, now that's a playhouse. Oh, well, he drove his daddy crazy, money that he spent. He promised him he wouldn't, then he'd do it all again. He loved his Cadillacs. He gave a ton away, 200 more or less, or so the pundits say. And when he wanted to, he'd take one for a drive, with little Scylla out in Vegas, hair in a beehive, with Red and Sonny sitting in the back to shuck and jive. Shuck and jive. 200 Cadillacs, that's a lot of cars. Stretch back and back, that's halfway out to Mars. But he never was your average superstar. Now here's another fact. He never took one back. He loved his Cadillacs and that new car bouquet. All kinds of colors 'cause you ain't looking for a woman, all you're looking for is a home. 'Cause you ain't nothing but a hound dog, stay hanging around my door. You ain't nothing but